Hi everyone. So I finally got round to ordering some more photos. I haven't printed off any photos since April of this year. So yeah, it's been quite a while. I've just with moving house and everything like that, it just didn't seem wise to order anymore. And in all honesty, I'm very far behind. I won't be doing these scrapbooks for a long time, but I do like to print them off and have them ready for a couple of reasons, really. One, because it's a safe option, really. I do back up my photos. I've got them in like 3 different places as such. But to have a physical copy of them is like a last resort, and it's quite nice to have them just in case, all my digital copies disappear on me and whatnot. So, yeah, I do like to have them printed out just as like a backup option. And then obviously they're ready in their pockets, ready to go when I come around to doing scrapbooks. But also I do like to have them because as much as I'm behind, sometimes I like to go into my future projects and open up the envelopes and see all my stuff and whatnot and get ideas of how I want to do that scrapbook. So, I'll look at, for example, these trips here. This is Athens, Cork in Ireland, and 2 trips. Yeah, 1 trip to London and 1 trip to Durham. So 2 UK trips and then 2 international ones. And so yeah, I'll go into these and I'll look at the colours of the photos and see what sort of things I'm sort of thinking for these albums. Even though I'm nowhere near doing them, I just like to get an idea of what I sort of want to do. And the photos really help me with that because I can put them against backgrounds. I can put some washi tape and see what I like with that. So it just makes it quite more, more visual and a lot easier, I think. When you've got the photos printed, you can see a lot of the different sort of colours and sort of themes going on. So I do like to do that because, yeah, I am quite behind and it's just nice to have some ideas in my mind of what I want to do with them. So obviously at the moment I'm currently thinking about Japan, really, in all honesty, even though I've got 5 projects in between now and then, I'm still like having a little bit of thoughts about what I want to do in my Japan albums and, what sort of ideas I can get from that. So yeah, I do like to have these printed just so, they're there for me when I want to come round to them. And it makes me keep track of them all as well. If I don't print them there and then, it all sort of bulks up and then I have to order a mass amount and things. So the only thing I will say now is that I do take a lot of photos and I feel like I'm taking more and more photos nowadays. So these were 500 prints. But it's only 4 trips, and in all honesty the London trip is about 15 photos. The Durham trip was 60, so that meant the rest were just 2 trips. So I actually had to skip over some holidays because I didn't have enough print credits, and I don't like to buy too many things at once as such. Like I'll buy a set of print credits maybe each month or every so often, but I just brought 1 set of 500 for this month and it only got me these. I had to skip over my Zante photos and looking at the Disney cruise photos and the Ibiza photos, that could easily be 1,000 photos in themselves. So that's just 3 trips. So I do take a lot of photos. When I upload all my photos onto my computer and things, I will go through them and obviously try and skim them down, but I do like to have all my photos printed. I'm not one for just printing a few of the trip. I really like to have all of them. I've always been a person like it's either all or nothing for me. So yeah, I do print a lot of photos, so that does probably cost me a bit more money obviously to print even more, but I do like them having all there. So I do notice something, and this is a good thing about sorting my photos out. So I've just set down a load of photos between Cork and Athens, and then I'm going to do some more, and I noticed the same photo, and I'm like, I've seen that before. And I look through them, I'm like, hang on, these are exactly the same as the ones I've just put down. So they've actually sent me a few duplicates, which I'm not bothered about. I'd rather them send me duplicates than, miss some out. But I do first begin to take them back, and I'm like, actually I'm a bit lost of which ones I've actually put down, so I'm just going to sort them out, and then when I come around to doing the album I'll obviously discard the ones I don't need duplicates off, really. But yeah, they obviously just duplicate some of the photos, which is fine, but this is why I like to sort them out straight away, because if, I have had it before where some of the photos are really, really bad quality and they've had to resend them. But if I just keep them in the box, don't touch them or anything like that, and I notice 3 months down the line, there's obviously not much I can do about it. So I do like to sort them straight away when they come, just to make sure they are in good quality. So yeah, that was that. But you can see the Athens pile is getting huge, and that was a big album. That will be a big album. It was a big trip, really. We did lots of things. But yeah, I am definitely printing more and more photos nowadays. I just take pictures of everything. But yeah, so I'm currently finishing off my wedding album, and then I'm going to be moving on to my mini moon, which is the Yorkshire Dales, which is about 100 and so photos. It's not a big album, but it might take me a little while just to get my grips with it and knowing what I'm doing. And I've obviously got a few things planned and stuff in my life, so I'm just really trying to navigate my time at the moment. I'm absolutely shattered, in all honesty. We've been so busy since moving house that it's just, my brain is just an overload. But I'm really trying to keep up with everything, and I'm obviously trying to keep up with my scrapbooks, because the more I leave it, the more I get behind, and I really don't want to be behind. I like to be a bit more in front, as I am at the moment. I'm currently 28 projects behind, which is a lot. So I am trying to claw back a little bit of time, but these wedding albums have taken a lot longer than I thought. And it's just little bits now that I'm just sorting out, like the writing, and just using up some of the little embellishments I have left over, just trying to use them up rather than having to put them back in my stash. So yeah, they have been taking a little bit longer than I planned. I think I started them in July and it's now October. So yeah, it just took me a little bit longer. But I hope you've enjoyed this little catch up, and I should be back with some flip throughs soon. Thank you very much. Bye.